was my first time having to rip into the A1 in any appreciable fashion. The print that I was doing stopped overnight and said that there was an extruder error. It was unable to extrude. I went and tried to go through a cycle, and it just kept trying to feed a filament, but it just could not do it, the yellow filament. Now I'm in the process of disassembling the front. Look at the extruder gears, look at the hot end, and see what I can find out. There's my problem. Apparently, looks like some filament broke in that spot. I'm going to see if I can push it through, heat the hot end and push it through. Using this little tool, I'm able to push it through. So I think I can reassemble it, and I think we'll be good. I was trying to clear the jam on my A1, which I did. I did clear the jam, but unfortunately in the process, I broke the printer. To clear the jam, I had to remove this. And when you remove it in the instructions from Bamboo, they say, okay, well, remove it and just like lay it on the top. Be very careful. There's a thin black cable there that is connected to the filament sensor. They said be very careful. You don't want to damage that cable. And I'm like, I'll take note of that. I laid it there. As I was working on it, I heated the hot end. I was able to push the filament through, got it out. But to put this all back together, I wanted to raise the print head. And to do that, I thought to myself, well, I'll just raise the Z-axis on the control panel, raise the Z-axis. I go in there to control to raise the Z-axis. It says, oh, well, before you can raise that Z, you have to do a home procedure. You have to home the print head. And without thinking, I said, go ahead, home it. When you home it, it comes over and it takes the head all the way to the left. When it did that, it pulled this hard enough that the filament sensor cable that's attached to it pulled out completely. It disconnected from this, and there's a whole bunch of extra cable that was out, and I'm like, oh shit. I futzed around with it for a while. I put it back together. I thought I had it back together, but now I'm getting a cutter error. It thinks that the cutter is not closed, I believe, or open. And from what I read, it's usually because that cable is damaged, or there's a possibility that even if I got it back in here, that when the head homed, it could have pulled out the cable on the other side, on the board side in there. Just to be safe and just to make sure it's fixed, I actually went and I just bought a replacement filament sensor cable. I got it off Amazon. It was like less than $10. Got here the next day. That's gonna be a standalone video where I will actually document the whole process. But yeah, I broke my A1.